just I suppose I'm about 80 miles. Oh no, we're more than that. Sorry, you know, a little rubbish. Yeah, probably 100 miles, just over 100 miles to the Ukraine-Polish border, which I'm still hoping to possibly get through. If not, I've got to head south and go in via somewhere nearer Slovakia, but I'm hoping that's not going to be the case. Today's been absolutely fascinating because I took a bit of a gamble and I went on a B road. Actually, I'm going to take this helmet off. Sorry, just bear with me. Oh, it is too warm. Yeah, I took a bit of a gamble and went on a B road today, which is only just about on my map. And I couldn't find anybody to give me any advice on it, so it was just a gamble. It could have paid off, and it did pay off, because I've been able to literally cruise along it at sort of 80, 90 mile per hour all the way, without any issues at all, hardly any traffic on there. But it was bizarre. I've done about 400 miles now, left about 10:30, and it's about 3:30 now, somewhere around there. No hold-ups, no nothing. I just pull in for fuel, throw down a cup of coffee down my neck, but I drink that out of a can rather than waste time waiting for one to cool down. I just have a cold coffee, that keeps me going for another hour and a half, and then fuel needs doing again, and so it goes on. And I feel great, you know, like you think, you know, you've done virtually 400 miles, and I'm not saying I'd want to do another 400, but I could do. I don't want to, and I've only got about 150 miles probably total now, less than 200 miles anyway, to where I want to be if I can get over the border with no great hassles. And as I say, it's only about 3:30 in the afternoon now, so therefore another 2 hours and I'll be at the border. If I was fortunate that I got through the border, your eyes get it, by the way. That's why I've got to, somebody said to me the other day, why am I always wiping my eyes? It's because there's just masses of dust and so on that you're picking up all the time, so once you take your helmet off, you just want to scratch your eyes all the time. But this has been fascinating because I've ridden through, without any exaggeration whatsoever, I've done about 300, maybe 350 miles on more or less an absolute straight road with hardly any traffic. No view whatsoever either side, because all it's been is a cutting through forest. It's absolutely bizarre. Never done that before, even in the likes of Finland, which I love because it's got forest either side. You have breaks all the time. It's not constant. This was just quite a suppressing road. It was in on you all the time. It was only single carriageway. And you hardly passed anyone. Nobody lives up here. Absolutely amazing place, this northern part of Ukraine. There's nothing there. There's farming land, but it's poverty farming land. There's no money in it at all. And yeah, it's been an education, to say the least. It's not what I expected. It's been beautiful in its own way, because riding wise, look at me, 350 miles and 400 miles I think I've actually done now, and yeah, I could do it again. If you told me that I had to go back, I could go and do it again. It'd be a bit of a struggle, but I could do it. Well, there's got to be said something about the bike, and a little bit to do with my fitness. If you can sit there and say that you could do 800 miles in a day on a motorbike in not the best of road conditions, something's got to be right, doesn't it? It's got to be the bike. Anyway, there you go. So I pulled in, and I've just done a little bit of filming on the other camera, on the little mobile, just to try to get some idea of what they live like. It's very difficult. You feel as if you're imposing on their privacy, to be perfectly honest. I'm not very comfortable filming. I don't want them to see that I'm even filming stuff, because they stare at you. You're a very unusual thing to them. They're looking at you, so therefore I almost feel as if I start filming them, it is just like an intrusion. You know, what am I doing it for? Why am I? Yeah, I don't know. You know, I wouldn't want them to think that I was laughing at them, if you like. There's an awful lot of going round in like horses and carts, and I'd like to film it, but you just feel that, yeah, you just feel as if you're invading their privacy. Really, it's their lives, isn't it? Yeah. So. Sorry in all, I wish I had a GoPro that worked properly, and then you could have that attached to your helmet and no one would even know that you were filming, and you know, clearly that would be the best way of doing it, wouldn't it? Because then they wouldn't actually know that you were filming, and you wouldn't have that horrible feeling. Anyway, this is Ukraine. I'm out of here. I've been here for the last 3 days, 1 day in Odessa and 2 days in Kiev, and I've probably ridden best part of 2,000 miles. Well, actually more than that. Yeah, I've done more than 2,000 miles in just Ukraine. It's a very, very, very big country, and I've seen an awful lot of it. You know, I came in from the west through to Odessa, which was pretty central, or south, but it's central between east and west. And then I've gone right the way up to Kiev, to the top of it. And I'm now on the Belarus border, which is also very interesting, but I'm making my way over to Poland. I'm avoiding Belarus. But this is very interesting, all of this area, because this is proper, true Soviet. I mean, I don't expect it to be that different when I cross over to Poland, because I'm on the east side of Poland, so therefore that's going to be very Soviet, very, very Russian-esque, if that's the right word. Which I love, of course, so therefore that's why I'm a happy little boy and smiling and fascinated. That's what I am, I'm fascinated. I tell you, speak to you later.